Hey guys, this is Kevin from JazTime.com, and today I'll be reviewing the brand new, newly released at Bezel World 2017, the Rolex 50th Anniversary Sea-Dweller. The reference number for this watch is 126600. We'll be going over the price, the dial, bezel, case, crown, bracelet, clasp, and we'll talk about the movement towards the end of the video. Alright, so as of September 2017, you can get this watch at an authorized Rolex retailer for $11,350. Of course, as this watch is new and it is a hot piece right now, there will be a wait list for it. So our pricing as of market value demands is currently $13,600 as of September 2017. Okay, alright, so let's go ahead and move on to the dial now. So the dial is just your very basic Sea-Dweller dial. We have the maxi hour markers, which is the circular hour markers with the index at the 6, 9, and the triangular 12 position. They're fashioned in 18 karat white gold to prevent any tarnishing, and the white it has a luminescence. It's luminescence filled, so it has a chroma light with long-lasting blue luminescence. One main thing to note. Actually, two main things to note. The first one being the red text at the bottom. We have the Sea-Dweller name in red. It is the 50th anniversary edition. They've added that single line of red text to the Sea-Dweller name as a sort of homage to the previous model, which was the 1665, the original models, which were introduced in 1967. But a little quirk about that is that it's interesting that they've done a one single line red text, whereas the mainly discussed vintage models of the Sea-Dweller is a double red line text that would say Sea-Dweller / Submariner / 2000. So it's interesting that they chose that model, the single red line text, because there are very, very few examples of the single line red text of that reference number of that time. And by very, very few, I mean there's only about 6 or so confirmed cases of a single red line text Sea-Dweller name. That's why it's interesting that they've chose the single red line of text instead of the double red line text that more people talk about. However, these red text itself was actually removed in the 1970s, so it's pretty cool that they've brought that back. Another thing to note is that the Sea-Dweller on the sapphire crystal, we have a Cyclops lens now. As previous models such as the Sea-Dweller 4000 or even the deep sea models, it was, I wouldn't say it was impossible, but it was hard for them to put a Cyclops lens on that sapphire crystal, mainly because the crystal was too thick and too dome, so it didn't allow that Cyclops lens to actually be of use. But now they actually got over that technological hump, and they actually added that Cyclops lens on that sapphire crystal, and now we have that nice magnification and easier viewing of that date. Alright, so moving on to the bezel now. The bezel is a unidirectional rotatable 60-minute graduated scratch resistant, which Rolex calls the Cerachrome, which is a ceramic bezel, which is the ceramic that they use rather than name for it. The numerals and the graduations are platinum coated as well. One thing to mention about the ceramic bezel is that I did mention it is scratch resistant. It is incredibly scratch resistant, and the black on the ceramic itself, that will last throughout its lifetime. So that black will never fade. So that's nice. That's nice to know. Moving on to the case, we're looking at a updated case size of 43 millimeters, up from the previous model, which was 40 millimeters. So from an index finger to my thumb here, we have that 43 millimeter case. One thing to mention is that the hour markers are a little bit larger to have nice proportions to that upsizing of the case. The case itself is made out of Rolex's 904L steel, which is an in-house made steel. It has additional corrosion resistance and also brings out a very nice shine when you high polish, as you can see from the side here of the case. You see that in the very nice high polish that travels very nicely and patterns very nicely with the bracelet. In the center of the casing, we do see this little circular indentation here, and that's what's called the Helium escape valve. Basically, when the Sea-Dweller was first rather not the Sea-Dweller itself, but original Rolex watches and Tudors and such. They tested the watches in depressurization chambers, and they've noticed that the sapphire crystals would pop out after a certain point because there would be so much pressure from the helium gases in the depressurization chamber that would get into the watch itself. The helium gas would not escape out of the watch quickly enough, so it would build up that pressure and pop that crystal out. So they came up with this helium escape valve, which at a certain pressure point will actually open up and allow that helium to escape the watch, therefore not, of course, as the name states, depressurizes the watch itself as well, so that sapphire crystal does not pop out. So additionally, on the other side of the case, we have that nice high polish again. Travels very nicely with the bracelet. We have the Rolex crown logo on the crown. As we move on to the crown now, the crown is a screw down triple waterproofness system. It unscrews counterclockwise as shown. Okay. And in this first standard position, you can actually wind the watch about 15 to 20 times from a dead stop is all you need to get the watch going. A simple tug of that same crown will allow you to change the date instantaneously as shown. And an additional and final tug of the watch will bring you to the final position in which you can set the hands bidirectionally as shown. One thing to mention is that second hand will stop, allowing for precise time settings, such as to an atomic clock online. You can set it down to the exact seconds. Okay, of course, pushing the crown back in will start that second hand once more. Make sure you screw the crown nice and tight against the case so that it keeps this watch water resistant for up to 1,220 meters or 4,000 feet. All right, moving on to the bracelet now. So the bracelet, very beautiful oyster bracelet, has a brushed steel or satin finish throughout all the links. On the clasp as well, no high polish on the center pieces at all. Just all satin finish, brushed steel, as it is a diver's watch, a sports watch. So very nice. The clasp is just a folding oyster clasp, as shown. You pop off that little safety, which is this hinge, pop open that folding oyster, and there we are. We have the clasp with the Rolex name embossed on that high polished clasp blade. And one thing to mention about the clasp is that it allows for additional adjustment. So specifically, it allows for a total of 46 millimeters of adjustment. And I'll go ahead and show you the first 20 millimeters. So you'll have to pull the bracelet out at a 45-degree angle. You see, pops off very easily. See these little rivets, allows for 2 millimeters of adjustment up to 20 millimeters, so all the way out. This is how it would look with that 20 millimeters all the way out. And the additional 26 millimeters comes from the additional extension, which is a flip lock extension, as shown. You see this little flat piece that came out. Just go ahead again, 45-degree angle upwards, and that adds additional 26 millimeters with these 3 additional flat links. And the reason for that is because this is a diver's watch, so this is made for the addition of fitting these watches onto wetsuits very quickly, very easily. But I mean, for everyday use, it's actually very nice as well, as you can adjust on the fly. If your wrist gets too hot or swells up, you can adjust for a little more comfortability, and vice versa. If it's too cold, you don't want your watch shaking around everywhere on your wrist, you can adjust for that as well. As long as giving it as a gift to a friend or maybe to your son, you can hand this watch over to them, and you can adjust it on the fly as well to their wrist as well. So very nice feature to have. No complaints here. Moving on to the movement now. So this movement is housed in this oyster case backing. We have the Sea-Dweller name with the helium escape valve text embossed onto that sort of high polish on that part of the oyster casing. The movement itself has been updated as well, so It's a upgrade from the 3135 movement, which it was previously when it was a Sea-Dweller 4000 model, but now it's the Rolex's caliber 3235 movement, which is a perpetual mechanical self-winding movement, still in COSC certification specifications, which is the +2 -2 seconds a day. This movement was actually based on the Rolex's flagship model, which is the Day-Date President, which has the 3255 movement, and this is the 3235 movement. What they added into this 3235 movement is that they added what's called the chronogy escapement, which is a skeletonized escape wheel made out of a nickel phosphorus alloy. The skeletonization of the escape wheel helps with the reduction of inertia for more efficient energy usage, and the choice of the nickel phosphorus alloy helps with the significant resistance to magnetism. So highly magnetic resistant watch, and that's in pair with the blue parachrome hairspring as well, which is a silicone-made hairspring. So additionally, the movement has an updated power reserve as well. Originally, the previous was 40 hours. Now we're looking at a 70-hour power reserve. So you can put this watch down on a Friday evening, just pick it back up on a Monday evening. It should still be keeping time just fine. All right, so let's go ahead and get this watch on my wrist now. I'm going to show you guys. Let's go ahead. Again, folding, safety, nice down. Okay, and there's the watch on my wrist. Okay, as you can see, it's so much extra wrist, so much extra extension on the wrist there. Actually, I can go ahead and adjust that and show you how it looks, probably without it all the way out. So once again, 45-degree angle, snap inwards, snap back in, nice and secure. Okay, one thing to mention, I do have an average man size wrist. I have a 7-inch wrist. As you can see, there's still a little bit of room left over from the standard setting there. And there we are. So if you like this model or any other model for the lowest possible price, check out our website at JazTime.com. We have the lowest prices guaranteed, and we offer a 1-year warranty. And if you like the video, please like, comment, subscribe below. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys soon.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at JazTime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazTime, plus the brand, model, and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.